The question of should I get a semi-automatic or a pump-action shotgun has divided firearms enthusiasts worldwide for decades. Yes, the pump-action shotgun is older than the semi-automatic shotgun by at least a few decades, with the first pump-action shotgun being patented in 1882. The first mass-produced semi-automatic shotgun, the Browning A5, was patented in 1898 and was put into production in 1902. And since then, firearms owners have been arguing about which is the best for which scenario or what sport. One of the major bonuses with using a pump action shotgun is their simplicity and fewer amount of moving parts compared to a semi-automatic shotgun. This is a bonus especially in the field where the firearm could get gunked up with debris and you have to strip it and clean the firearm in the field. This also means that compared to a semi, there is a less likely chance of small debris to cause a malfunction or a jam. On a pump, there's obviously no gas port or other mechanism to be clogged up with dirt or grime. However, a lot of modern day semis have worked around the dirt and grime issue that so many older semis faced. But still, they do have a higher risk of malfunction while out in the field compared to a pump. But it is only a small risk, admittedly. One of the major benefits for a semi is that they do have less recoil. A proportion of semis can have up to 30% less recoil than a pump action. For new shooters, young shooters, or shooters like myself with shoulder problems, having less recoil is a major benefactor in choosing a shotgun. By using a firearm with less recoil, it makes the firearm seem less intimidating. A person's ability to operate a firearm safely and practically is also another factor in the decision on which is better. Both semis and pumps are easy to use and to operate from an experienced shooter's viewpoint. However, when it comes to new shooters who have very little experience, a semi may be the choice for you. Every malfunction, though, with a pump action I have seen was all down to operator error, and this happens primarily due to a shooter who is not familiar with the platform and then they operate the firearm wrong, such as short stroking when racking the gun. Also, if there is an issue with the gun and you have to strip it, a new shooter may actually feel more comfortable stripping a pump rather than a semi because of its simplicity. A pump action may well be more reliable because of its simplicity, but it does take more practice to shoot well and hit your target. This is due to a number of factors, like if you keep short stroking the gun. A semi is also a relatively easy platform to learn with. In all honesty, it does not take a genius to learn how to load and operate a good quality semi-auto shotgun. As an example, this Browning Gold also has a speed load feature, which makes loading the shotgun even simpler than other shotguns. Not only does this make the Browning Gold more simple to use, it also saves on time when quick loading is necessary. The speed loading feature, however, is limited to just Browning shotguns, but it is not on all Browning shotguns. Another factor you have to take into account is if you purchase a cheap firearm. Cheap semis do tend to have more issues than cheap pumps because of either roughly machined parts or general poor quality control. One other major factor to having a semi rather than a pump is how quick you can shoot the shotgun. If you have had enough practice with a semi, then you have no trouble from going from one target to another. In the end, there are benefits for using both a semi and a pump. Personally, I mainly use a semi because of its ease of use, quick shots, and less recoil. But when the occasion arises, and I know that there is a high risk of dirt and grime getting into my firearm, I will use my pump action. Some people swear by only using a pump action, and if that is what you're most comfortable with, then just use a pump. Thank you all for watching. I am Ben, and this has been Doing Things, and goodbye.